What's up, everybody? Welcome to No Avail, astronomy podcast featuring the infinite cosmos, my friends. Well, you ever wondered what would happen if our Earth stopped spinning? Or why it spins? Or how in the world is our moon tidally locked? Well, guys, I'll tell you what. I got all the fun answers you need and more. Please feel free to call in. Please feel free to say what's up. We're going to have all these fun answers here in just a few. That is right. We are with today's Infinite Cosmos featuring my little Dogonaut. Why did it do that? I don't know. That is not okay. It's cold back here, dude. I don't know where you guys are all here, but dude, it is a cold, mean mugger here. Now, oh, my back is starting to hurt. We're in deep shit now. Oh. Welcome to No Avail Astronomy Podcast, where we delve into the mysteries of the infinite cosmos. I'm your host, Joey to No Avail Shaddy, and joining me on my celestial journey is my trusted companion, Lincoln, the Dogonaut. Together, we explore the wonders of the universe, uncovering fascinating facts, science facts about why the Earth is the way it is, and why the universe is how it is, and why it has to be. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Cool, yeah. We will get it. So, everybody, go get your coffee. Go get your Red Bulls, whatever it is. We'll rendezvous back here in 4,000 hours. Lincoln! Come here! Come here, Linky! Get over here, dipshit. What are you doing? You go over there. Lincoln! No! Don't you dare go over there, boy. Come here, Lincoln. You want to go back home? You do? We'll go back home. Okay, good. Ah. Bless God, the world is cold outside. Who would have known? Oh, shit. What did he say has to go out? Something has to go out today. If Shooky isn't here. Adrian, what's up, man? You ever wondered what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? I'm going to tell everybody. Lincoln. Well, even though Earth is always spinning, we cannot feel it. And you probably can't. You probably take it quite for granted. But what would happen if it stopped? If Earth suddenly stopped spinning, it would be catastrophic, I tell you. Almost everyone and everything not attached to the planet would continue to move at the current speed of the Earth's rotation, around 1,000 miles per hour, 1,600 kilometers an hour. At its fastest, which is along the equator. Now, I'm going to go over 10 dramatic discoveries about Earth from 20 here just after I finish this little, what would you call this, news story. The movement of all the material that's normally rotating, the water, the air, all the buildings and the things like that, would cause them to keep going. Says a professor at of physics and astronomy at Bowling Green University in Ohio. So they would split off the surface and just keep going round and round, basically, in a low orbit around the Earth. I could handle that. The only part of our planet that would likely be less affected would be at near the poles, which rotate little or not at all. Because the closer you get to the equators, the less it spins. Is that the one that Jerry's talking about? Huh? I bet it is.
What has it got on it?
I don't know. Hey, Chris. Which one? What was it that you said? A heat shrink? I mean, a custard puff? Three-quarter by 5 to hydro. Okay, all right. Yep. That's probably not it. Okay, I gotcha. All right, it's this. It's nothing of that. I got it. All right, now. Obviously, the closer to the equator, it would be way faster because the North and South poles do not spin as fast, as we all know. Or as we would know. Let me say, what did I... the momentum... Oh, I'm sorry. I need to stop it there. The momentum of all the material that normally rotating the water, air, I already said all this, but listen anyway, would cause them to keep going. So, they would split off the surface and just keep going around and around, basically in a low orbit around the Earth. The only parts of the planet that would likely be less affected would be near the poles, which rotate little or none at all. Still, the extreme force would likely trigger tsunamis and earthquakes. So things would be pretty bad for the entire Earth, I would have to say. Don't think it would be good. After I finish, because I've got about 3 segments here of this. Earth is whipping around quicker than it has in half a century, so it says. Can you believe that BS? I can. But it's true, my friends. It's true. Uh-oh. I don't know about you guys, but it's cold as shit where I'm at. I'm in Oklahoma, and it is colder than a witch's teeth. It's so cold. How cold is it? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go through all that. Okay. If Earth were to slow down and stop more gradually, life would still change drastically. For instance, the length of our days and nights would become longer until each lasted 6 months. It would also change our weather, Layden said, since our air and ocean currents are strongly influenced by Earth's rotation. It's possible. What?
Lincoln gonna help us work.
Lincoln, no, he's got to go home. He's what?
I said he just hiked his leg right there.
Oh, Lincoln, let's go. You gotta go home. You're not supposed to be doing that. You little fucker. You little fucker. Lincoln's little uncle fucker. Yes, he's fucker. He's a little uncle fucker. Nobody fucks uncles such like you. Just kidding. Oh my god. Everybody, hang on. I got dipshits that work at my fucking job that suck. Come on, Lincoln. Let's go. Let's go. Lincoln. Lincoln, let's go. Lincoln. Let's go. Go. Come on. Get up here. Go.
Please call me. Text my phone real quick.
What?
Will you text my phone? Sit down. No, my shit's in there. Don't forget we got to the house today.
Oh, Billy, shut up.
Right? You got long ones over there from last night.
Okay. I texted. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Now. Okay, the only parts of the planet that would be less affected would be at or near the poles, which I said. If Earth were to slow down and stop more gradually, life would still change drastically. For instance, the length of our days and nights would become longer until each lasted 6 months. It would also change our weather, Layden said, whoever Layden is, since air and ocean currents are strongly influenced by Earth's rotation. Now, it's possible that a lack of rotation would affect how well life could survive on Earth, said Layden again. We're going to have to call Layden and talk to him about this. Our planet generates a magnetic field which protects us from harmful radiation from space. Scientists think that the Earth's magnetic field is linked to flowing liquid metal, which would be in our planet's outer core, which generates electrical currents and, as a result, magnetic field due to Earth's rotation. Some researchers think that the loss of Mars' magnetic field in the distant past contributed to the planet becoming uninhabitable by Layden. When we call him, we're going to find out. What's up, Adrian? How you doing, man? Yeah, no seasons for show. What's up, Jerome? Definitely no seasons. Those would we would have to put those a little bit back into the past of Earth's rotation's life, you know. Those stupid spinning bastards. And Layden, too. Just kidding. I don't know who Layden is. But I still think it'd be funny to call him and talk to him. And ask him what the fuck he's talking about. I'm just kidding. I don't cuss on here. I told my mom I wouldn't. Now, the good news...
Did you see that my phone automatically shared a picture of you in a onesie holding a cat?
No. The good news is that it is very unlikely that Earth will ever stop rotating. So, take that and you put that in your pipe and smoke it, Layden. Scientists say. Every planet we know of rotates, and even stars rotate slowly. Stars from huge circling masses of gas and dust and condense together gradually because the solar system formed out of a huge disk of debris around boy. Somebody should have, that would probably be me, around the burgeoning sun. The material that formed the solar system was also circling. This is why most planets in the solar system rotate in the same direction. Slap my ass and call me Charlie. Don't do that, actually. I was just... Yeah, I know. Well, it was not supposed to be. Planets also spin because objects hit them. Often during the planet's formation, usually. But our moon sure doesn't. Much like billiard balls. Stop laughing. God, how old are we, guys? That's not funny. Unless the objects hit each other head on, one or both will start spinning. There's not much thing up there to stop it, you know. Getting hit is also one of the only ways the planet might actually stop rotating suddenly, said Layden. I'm going to call him. Or at least have its rotation dramatically slowed. If a very large planet-sized object slammed into our planet, as was the case in the collision that formed the Earth's moon, I was getting ready to say, hello, dipshit, the massive impact might counteract Earth's spin or even cause the planet to spin the opposite way. This might have happened to at least one planet or our solar system ago. Venus rotates very, 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 very slowly. In fact, very slowly backward. Oh, what? Oh, awesome. Well, there you go. Backward. Now, see, Venus, okay, rotates very, very, very slow. In fact, very slowly backward compared to Earth. Oh, my God. And, oh, God, yeah.
We might find diamonds.
Yeah, and the other interterrestrial planets, Layden said, possibly as a result of such collision.
It's made from radium.
Oh, my God.
You would think it was amazing if you were inside.
Yeah.
That's radium. That will glow in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing.
Oh, yeah? That'd be cool. Now, Uranus, stop laughing, it's not funny, also rotates in the opposite direction as Earth. It does. And it's on its side. Watch Uranus, folks. God, how old are we really? Jesus, I know how old I am, like 12. Scientists think that both Uranus and Venus original rotations might have been stopped by one large impact, several smaller impacts, or a disruption in their rotations by a large gravitational force. In Venus's case, though, that might have been the sun's gravitational force on its thicker atmosphere. For Uranus, it might have been a large moon that was eventually ejected from its orbit. Don't. It's not funny. Man, Uranus has moons ejecting out of its orbit. That is just not... Stop it, everybody. Luckily, our planet's rotation isn't in danger of being disrupted by a huge gravitational force. Oh, shit. And if Earth were colliding with a planet-sized object, we'd have bigger things to worry about, said Layden. I'm calling him today. This scenario is vanishingly unlikely in modern solar system, where planets orbit are pretty regular and unlikely to cross paths with massive... Huh?
Someone rescued it out of a barn.
A what?
Someone rescued it out of a barn.
Oh, really? Wow, I bet that's worth a lot.
$35 to them.
$35? I'd buy that for $35. Tell them I want it. Path and massive objects. Now, so, Adrian, what's going on, man? How you been doing, brother? What's been going on? Was that a boring story or what? I've got a way more fascinating one here. Now, 10 dramatic discoveries about Earth from 2023. That's right. See, I can get away with doing these because it's not even February yet. This I gotta see. When I was going over this, I was like, huh. It's really cold here. And I'm having issues currently with my landlord. We don't have heat. We don't even have water, and it's not because I am behind on my bills. It is because my landlord sucks balls. I haven't got into it with any of my fans. Okay. Wait a minute. I had a lighter at one point. What the fuck?
Am I supposed to message
Probably.
I wish I had a card.
It'll probably be a good idea to message them. Hi, Lincoln. Alright, guys. I gotta take a short break, but don't go anywhere. I will be right back, okay? Oh, I'm 20 minutes. I'm late on my I'm late on my advertising thing. Whoops, sorry, guys. And now a few words from my great sponsors. They love you more than I... Wait. Hang on.
I'm not on my parents' health insurance anymore.
You
And I
don't?
work for myself doing a bit of everything.
Well, that's
So I
nice.
have a plan for just $34 a month.
Okay.
All plans cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency
This chick's
care,
got
and more.
40
Healthcare.gov
candles,
is here for
right?
you.
I
Enroll
would
by
get this
January
for you.
16th.
I would pay it now, gladly.
What?
These are the best shirts you can buy for a man. I mean, and
Have
look,
y'all
they're all
noticed the news
beautiful.
using the Middle
Those
East
are
to
awesome.
create a
Yeah.
smokescreen? They're keeping the 16 grand on the low, so y'all don't hear about this,
Like,
but I'm
read
gonna
these
fill y'all
haircuts.
in.
These
The
are not
state got this
200 for all
subsidy
40.
blessing
Why?
everybody with $16,800 to fight inflation. 3
I
minutes
get that
tops
much
and
you
y'all get
paid,
approved for a
but
spending
everybody-
card loaded with
everybody
them
in the
funds.
marketplace is gonna
100% free. And the best
$40
part,
for
this
each
ain't
one.
no loan,
Yeah.
so no personal info is needed. And there ain't no catch. Just steer clear of Medicare and you're in. Think of this like the stimulus, but rolling in all year round. Them funds reload monthly onto your personal spending card that can swipe anywhere. 12 times
All right,
a
I
year,
got
these
in trouble
funds
for
get
bringing
dropped
my
on you
gift
to
card
wipe
over
out
there
all
for
your
work.
bills like gas, groceries,
Jason
and
is
even
there.
rent. Don't sleep
Yeah,
on
you
this.
like the
The
gray guys
deadline
over
is
there.
this
It's like,
week
yeah, I
to
hope
get
it was
this
on your
free
desk,
cash flow
dick face.
boost. All you gotta do is hit the
Nothing like
official
that.
link below, answer 2 questions, and make a quick call. Just like that, you're getting this health spending card that reloads monthly with
Man,
free
it's
funds.
cold out
This
here.
is a
The
golden
snow
opportunity. There won't be
is
another
so,
chance. Click the link below before you miss out.
so pretty, but the lights are dim near dimly.
Let's cut the Earth in
No.
half. You can see all of its layers. Here's the inner
Don't
core.
even
It's about
know.
4 times hotter than the
All right.
inside of your oven. That's the mantle, an ocean of hot lava. Here comes the crust of the Earth,
Hot
the
outside,
solid
isn't it,
surface
folks?
on which our civilization lives. But if you look up, there are many layers besides the atmosphere and the ozone layer. Scientists recently discovered a strange bubble here, which protects our planet from radiation. And nope, it's not the Earth's magnetic field. This bubble is made of radio waves.
Very cool.
Our planet glows like a Christmas tree in the radio spectrum. But we're interested in low-frequency waves, the ones that let us keep in touch with submarines. So, radio waves are like light waves, or regular ocean waves. Look at this one. The distance between the 2 peaks is the wavelength, and the number of these waves over a period of time is the frequency. For example, there are 10 waves in this interval of 1 second. So, can you guess the frequency of this wave? Yep, it's 10 hertz. Cell phones use waves with a frequency of 300 to 3,000 megahertz. So, add 6 more zeros to that number. But waves of that frequency don't penetrate barriers well. Think of how you lose your cell phone connection when you're driving through a tunnel. That's because there is metal inside. It's a conductive material that weakens the radio waves a lot. Salt water is also a kind of conductor. So, if the submarine is deep enough, the thick layer of water weakens the signal, and we lose communication. To maintain it, we send fewer waves but make them longer. In the same amount of time, the frequency of the short waves will be much higher than the frequency of the long waves. That's why they're called very low frequency waves. But, as it turns out, these waves travel all over the Earth and even into space. This is where things get interesting. The waves collide with particles of radiation from the sun. We think of the sun as a friendly giant giving us light and heat, but it actually emits a lot of harmful radiation. Each flare, or the electrical discharge of material on our home star, causes an even greater burst of radiation. These particles fly to our bubble, just as heat waves do. They travel 93 million miles from the sun to Earth in 8 minutes and crash into our bubble, which acts as a shield. Basically, radiation particles from the sun accumulate in the radiation belts around the Earth. Our planet's magnetic field traps them, and a recently discovered bubble of very low-frequency waves lies right below this radiation belt. It helps us repel some of the harmful emissions. Analysis of old studies confirmed that the radiation belts used to be much lower and closer to Earth. But when our civilization began, it's raised that belt higher. No one expected such an effect from simple radio waves, but it'll give us a way to protect astronauts in the future. When you're on Earth, its magnetic field keeps you safe from radiation. You can physically see it when charged solar wind particles make the air particles at the poles of our planet glow. This is an aurora. Next time you admire this beauty, know that it's actually the Earth saving you from some extremely harmful rays. But if you're outside the Earth's magnetic field, somewhere in space, I have bad news for you. Nothing protects you there. This is a big problem for astronauts who spend months on the International Space Station. Perhaps scientists will learn to create protective bubbles of very low frequency waves around space stations and spacecraft. The same is true for other planets. We're probably going to colonize Mars. There is no magnetic field there, and nothing can protect you from radiation. But if you create an artificial bubble there, you can reduce the harmful radiation. Another invisible bubble protecting us is the atmosphere. It's like a layer cake or an onion. Each level of the atmosphere has its own properties. The lowest layer that we live in is the troposphere. This layer contains 80% of the weight of all the air on the planet. It's also the main place where water vapor lives. And this is where the machine called weather works. The sun sends rays of energy to the Earth. Our planet's surface reflects them and heats the air in the troposphere. This makes it move and change places with the cold air, so all the wind, cyclones, storms, and tornadoes only happen in the troposphere, up to about 7.5 miles high. That's why commercial planes fly at an altitude of around 6 miles. The wind or other bad weather conditions hardly affect this area, and the air here is not as dense as it is down on Earth. Flying 1 mile above sea level is like moving through a biscuit. It's hard, but at a 6-mile altitude, flying feels like moving through light whipped cream. The plane almost feels no resistance, so it's a win-win. They save fuel and keep the passengers safe. A couple of significant downsides are that it's very cold and you can't breathe there. It's cold because there are very few air molecules to absorb heat from the ground and transfer it to each other. You wouldn't be able to breathe here for the same reason. That's why planes are equipped with oxygen masks, just in case. Let's go a little here. This is the stratosphere. There's even fewer air molecules up here, and that's where the weather probes fly. They're the kind of small balloons with computers people use to predict the weather. This part of the atmosphere also contains the well-known ozone layer. This is our shield against harmful ultraviolet radiation. Ozone is almost the same as oxygen, except it has 3 atoms in it. When harmful ultraviolet rays enter our atmosphere, they crash into the O3 molecule. The ray breaks the molecule into O2 and another oxygen atom. The ray itself is converted into heat, but the ozone regenerates quickly. A single oxygen atom joins the O2, and the ozone molecule is ready to protect us again. It's the invisible shield that protects us from radiation. It gave birth to all life on Earth.
Just so y'all know, the media's distracting us with the war in the Middle East because they don't want us knowing about this. I woke up today and bam, $16,800 dropped into my account from Uncle Sam, all free. Anyone can get these funds right now, but the media is trying to hush up this inflation relief program that we all desperately need. The state's dishing out health spending cards loaded monthly with cash. It'd be like a stimulus on steroids that you can use for rent, groceries, gas, even cash out at the ATM. The best part, no personal info or job required, just a name and address to send this card to. And this done affect your other benefits like food stamps. And for those thinking there's a catch, nah, there's none. No loans, no paybacks, just pure cash. But heads up, this program ends on Friday, so don't wait. Just click the link below, answer 2 simple questions, and bam, you're in. The next day, this card be at your crib, loaded and ready to spend. So get at that link below before it's gone.
Turn customers into customers with the number 1
family and foes. Welcome back to another episode of The Infinite Cosmos. That's right. What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? Well, Adrian, you got the right goddamn idea, my son, my friend. That would definitely be no seasons. Now, while we finish that, our next segment, 10 dramatic discoveries about Earth from 2023, my friends. With climate change continuing to affect our planet and mitigating measures lagging, 2023 has been another eventful year for Earth. Isn't every year? It's okay. Broken records, unparalleled weather disasters, and some concerning studies have made the headlines this year. Here are some of the most significant stories about planet Earth. That's right, 2023. Number 1, I strongly agree with this. Hottest summer on record. That is goddamn right. It was hot. The summer of 2003 was the tree. That wasn't funny, was it? The summer of 2023 was the hottest summer since records began. And they began in, guess what year? 1880 is when records began, my friend, 1880. NASA announced that September global warming, fueled by rising concentrations of greenhouse gases in Earth's atmospheres, received an extra boost this year from the El Nino, a climate pattern that affects the distribution of warmer seawater in the Pacific Ocean and, thus, the precipitation and temperatures all over the world. Globally, August was 2.2 degrees Fahrenheit, 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than average for August. And the period between June and August was 0.41 Fahrenheit, 0.23 Celsius warmer than the average of all previous summers on record, NASA said. And you know, they never lie, so... the Northern Hemisphere summer saw extreme fires across Canada, record-breaking temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean, and relentless heat waves in the southern U.S. and southern Europe. Scientists warn that as climate changes progress, such extreme weather events will become increasingly commonplace. OTD in space, January 13th, NASA hires first female astronauts. Believe that or not. Wow. Devastating Maui fires. Everybody knows that was Oprah. Just kidding. I don't think that wasn't. Oprah, I'm just kidding. Please leave $1 million in my Patreon page. I didn't think you started those fires. I was on your side the whole time. One of the most shocking wildfires of the 2023 Northern Hemisphere summer was the one that virtually erased the town of Lahaina, a historical settlement on Maui, Hawaii. No, I said it wasn't Oprah, in hopes that she'll leave me $1 million in my Patreon page, since she loves my podcast so much. Oprah, I hope you're listening today. Oh, let me look under my seat. Just kidding. Okay. The blaze which erupted on the drought-stricken island in the second week of August, spread at an unprecedented speed. Hey, Tristan, whenever you're ready, I'll take care of what you're doing, and you can take her, and I'll take care of all this.
We need all these done like
All right. I'm on it. Alrighty.
Brian just told me. He already pre-counted them, so
Okay.
everything's already done.
Cool.
Just some of the more of the plastic wing nuts.
Alright, I'm on it.
If you need more, they're right here.
Okay. Go take her, and I'll get this.
Shit.
She's at home.
I'm going around in like 2-3 minutes. I gotta let the car warm up.
Okay. Now, the blaze which erupted on the drought-stricken island in the second week of spread to the unprecedented speed, fanned by winds that passed Hurricane Dora. Nearly 100 people died in the inferno, and thousands of buildings turned to ash, including Lahaina's old courthouse and an early 19th century church. That was horrible. The warming of El Nino climate pattern developed in the Pacific Ocean. Where did we find this? Usually lasts about 9 to 12 months and alternates with the cooling pattern called El Nino. Meteorologists declare El Nino conditions when sea temperatures in the tropical eastern Pacific rise by 0.9 Fahrenheit above the long-term average, according to the UK Met Office. And that threshold was reached in nearly July. What's up? Ah.
Just gotta cap them.
Oh, okay.
You want a hammer and I'll cap?
It doesn't matter. I don't mind. Either way, whatever's easiest. Just go on.
All I got is that custard patty, man.
What?
All I got is that custard patty you put together.
Yeah.
So Ernst is gonna come by and pick up their stuff.
Okay, cool. I think that, I think they need that custard fab pretty quick, but I don't know.
Well, it's today, sure.
Okay.
I don't know if it's AM. I guess I'll go look at it real quick.
Alright.
If it is AM, I'll get it over there, but.
Okay. Yeah. Tell you what, if that kills my hand, it's over. It's over. Just today. Ah. It sucks when that breaks.
Heard of that?
Heard of what?
For today?
Oh yeah. They're a major crisis of hell.
What?
They're a major crisis from hell.
Oh,
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what those are for.
That's a great idea. Oh, it's a good thing I'm so smart. Yeah. Don't want to hit no fingers there, mate.
Yeah, I finally looked at the paperwork for this. It's 218.
Let's do when?
218.
Oh yeah.
What, Thursday or Friday?
What's today?
16 today.
Ah, the 16th.
Yeah,
Oh, shit
Thursday.
balls.
Oh,
Well,
it's 500. It's
not just a couple. That's a ball blower. Alright. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. 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 I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta piss like a racehorse. And then I'm ready to start hammering away. Folks, I might be cut short a little bit on this one. Yeah. Record low ice, sea ice extended in Antarctica. Now, boy, is it a lot warmer in here. Okay. Now, here we go, mate. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah. All right. So, now, number 3, return of El Nino. The warming El Nino climate pattern developed in the Pacific Ocean this year after 7 cooler years, adding more fuel to Earth's warming ecosystem, which is already plagued by extreme weather events. El Nino usually lasts about 9 to 12 months and alternates with the cooling pattern called La Nina. Meteorologists declare El Nino conditions when sea temperatures in the tropical eastern Pacific rise by 0.9 Fahrenheit, 0.5 Celsius, above the long-term average according to the UK Met Office. Okay. 4, possible shutdown of key ocean current systems. This is a big one. An ocean circulation pattern that includes the Gulf Stream, which it famously carries warm water from the Caribbean to Europe, could shut down as early as 2025, researchers suggested in July. Previously, studies suggest that the ocean current system known as the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC to be exact, is weakening, fueled by rising ocean temperatures resulting in global warming. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change previously said it didn't expect the AMOC to totally switch off within this century, but the new study challenges that conclusion. Although the results are rare from this certainty, If they are correct, the effect would have dramatic impact. Europe especially would suffer an extreme climate swing in the absence of warming the Gulf Stream. Apart from a frostier Europe, the system shutdown would accelerate the temperature rise on the tropics and possibly disrupt the tropical rain patterns, leading to unforeseen climate alterations in the tropics. Record low sea ice extent in Antarctica. Unbury the. It's time to unbury all the alien ships. For many years, Antarctica seemed to hold quite steadily against progressing climate change, but 2023 showed that the southern polar ice cap is not immune to the effects of rising temperatures. Satellites flying over Antarctica during the peak of the Antarctic summer in late 2022 and early 2023 showed that the extent of floating sea ice surrounding the continent had shrunk to an all-time low. In February, only 66% of the sea, usually covered by the sea ice in that particular part of the year, was frozen over. As Antarctica moved toward its autumn and winter months, the sea ice failed to replenish to its usual level. In September, just after the peak of the southern winter, researchers reported a record low maximum annual sea ice extent. What's bad news for the planet is Antarctica plays an important role in maintaining Earth's climate equilibrium. Biologists are especially concerned about the fate of many animal species adapted to Antarctica's harsh climate. In August, researchers from the British Antarctica Survey reported that several imperial penguin colonies lost all their chicks as sea ice melted too early in the season. Aww. Smoke from Canadian wildfires. Smoke from widespread fires in eastern Canada delivered an unpleasant surprise of inhabitants of the U.S. East Coast in June. For a few days, New York and Philadelphia topped the list of the world's most polluted cities, which is usually dominated by Asian metropolises. The ash particles suspended in the air produce beautiful yet very toxic sunsets, which residents were recommended to enjoy only from behind closed windows. The smoke plumes had been funneled from the Canadian provinces of Quebec and the Nova Scotia by a low-pressure system that produced steady southeasterly winds. The smog was so thick that it obscured the view of Earth's observing satellites, imaging the planet from hundreds of miles above. Changes to the tilt of the Earth's axis. This is a big one. The tilt of Earth's rotation axis is changing. Because of human activity, scientists discovered this year the extraction of groundwater between 1993 and 2010 caused a 31.5-inch, 80 centimeter shift in the axis angle toward the plane in which the planet orbits. In that period, humans pumped out 2,150 gigatons of water from within the planet's crust. If such an amount were poured into the global oceans, its surface would rise by 0.24 inches, 6 millimeters. Scientists have known since 2016 that processes related to climate change, such as the thawing of icebergs, affect Earth's tilt. But it wasn't until they added the pumped out water into the equations, that the math matched the observations. The new island formed. Number 8, a brand new island formed off the coast of Japan in October after an undersea volcano erupted near the island of Iwa Jima, some 750 miles, 1,200 kilometers south of Tokyo. The eruptions hurled chunks of rocks as large as 160 feet. Wow. The eruptions hurled, into the air. These fragments eventually piled together, creating the new island, which at 330 feet, 100 miles wide, can be clearly seen in satellite images. This new island was embedded in volcanic pumice about a mile, 1.6 kilometers from the Iwo Jimma's coast. Giant crack in Earth's crust. The devastating earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria in the early February opened in a 190-mile wide, 300-kilometer fissure in Earth's crust, which can be detected by satellites from space. Such ruptures cause the movement of tectonic plates, are common after powerful temperatures. But the one opened by two 7.8 and 7.5 magnitude quakes, which hit the region of quick succession in the early hours of February 6, stand out. The crack's length is a testament to the enormous amount of energy the earthquakes unleashed as they destroyed towns and villages in an area the size of Germany. The earthquakes, the deadliest in Turkey's history, killed nearly 60,000 people in Turkey and over 8,000 in Syria, and left about 1.5 million people homeless. God, that's horrible. Number 10. Whoa, man. World's largest iceberg on the move. I remember hearing about this. This fall, a European satellite captured images showing that the world's largest iceberg had broken loose from the coast of Antarctica and is drifting eastward toward the frozen continent's coast. The 1,500 square mile, 4,000 square kilometer iceberg called A23A separated from Antarctica's Fillmore ice shelf in 1986, but remained stuck at the bottom of the Weddell Sea for nearly 4 decades. Scientists don't know what set the iceberg adrift, but they think that may have thinned due to the thawing and become lighter and therefore more buoyant. Using satellites, researchers can track the iceberg's progress and observe as it moved out to 3 miles per day, carried by strong winds and ocean currents. A23A weighs nearly 1 trillion tons and is roughly 3 times the size of New York City. Read more satellites, watch world's largest iceberg break away from the Antarctica. Well, folks, there you have it. That's sorry to cut this short. I'm at work and I gotta figure out how to get money. I gotta pay. I gotta move, and I work every day, but I also take care of 4 kids and mine and all this stuff. If you get a chance, check out my Patreon page, see what you might be able to get with that. I do this all by myself. I love doing it. I would never ever change it. I also take care of a lot of, I take care of homeless animals. I take in dogs and cats and stuff and other animals to try to find homes for them. Sometimes I don't, so I'm always busy with stuff, but check out my Patreon page and other stuff. I do a lot of non-profit type stuff, but check out my Patreon page. Check out my new logos. I'm going to start selling shirts, start giving away stuff. Man, so I'm going to have to cut this a little short. Thank you guys all so much for listening. This was kind of probably a boring episode, but tomorrow will be better. I will catch up. Now, I've got one coming up. But you got, I mean, it's I've got longer episodes that go in depth and stuff. You guys check those out. Got to be a Patreon to hear those, but let me know what you guys think. They're great, and also you can win all kinds of cool stuff that I've got going on. You guys have a wonderful day. Adrian, thank you for joining. Jerome, thank you, brother. Nana Kojo King, you're awesome. I love it when I see you on here. Everybody, you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll probably do another podcast later. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one, my brothers.